I hope all is well and wonderful with you. I am very near, this is very exciting news, I'm very near to the completion of my book, and I'm very excited to share it with you very soon. There will be more on all of that later. But for today, I want to focus on the pineal gland. So let's begin with 3 soft belly breaths as we arrive, settle in nice and tall here together. Please let me know also how you're doing. I've missed you. I want to hear from you. Let me know how this practice works for you. Reach out. So let's begin with those breaths, shall we? Take a deep breath in and out. Connecting to each other, connecting to our group, connecting to this moment. In through the nose and out. One more. Beautiful. Wonderful. So here we are together. The pineal gland. So for today's practice, you may want to have a tissue nearby or maybe a box, depending on what's happening with the sinuses, a comfortable chair, or a place on the floor with a cushion and a quiet spot. We're going to do a little bit of meditation, a little bit of breath work, and a little bit of learning about this wonderful little gland that we all have called the pineal. So the pineal gland, some believe to be the third eye. It's a tiny pine cone shaped gland located in the center of your brain, and it has been considered the seat of the spirit. Many spiritual traditions suggest it serves as a metaphysical connection between the physical world and the spirit world. On a purely physiological level, the pineal gland is part of the endocrine system, which of course governs our hormone balance in relation to our sleep-wake cycle, as well as our hormone balance. The endocrine system is comprised of a network of glands, including the pituitary, thyroid, adrenals, the pancreas, ovaries, and a lot more. The hormones produced by each gland serve specific roles in the coordination of the entire symphony of the human body. Evidence supports the possibility that our third eye was once our first eye. Under the microscope, the pineal is made up of cells that have the same features as the rod-shaped light-sensitive cells found in our retinas, in our eyes. The pineal gland receives signals that travel down the optic nerves. It seems the primitive third eye once functioned as a sight organ before what is now known as our eyes, and it reveals a perception of the world around us through our senses. It controls the action of light upon our body, which is located beneath the cerebral cortex, where the brain hemispheres come together. It's the place where the brain regulates consciousness and interprets the body's sensory and motor functions. So it's actually, if you go to the optic nerves behind the eyes, they cross over, and it's right at that point in the center of the brain where those 2 optic nerves meet. The pineal is said to be an important center for energy and is known to be a source of clairvoyance, telepathy, and intuition, as well as the portal to other dimensions, providing perception far beyond our ordinary sight through its complex network of light-sensitive cells. It's important to note that our modern world contains many impediments to a strong, clear pineal gland. So, what would you imagine those would be? So things such as what I call junk light. Thank you, Dave Asprey. LED lights, cell phones, towers, smart meters, radiation of all kinds through microwave, X-rays, fluoride, chlorine, medications, alcohol, chemicals in our environment, and the list goes on and on and on. These all affect and block this star child of a gland from doing what it's meant to do. So, what is calcification anyway? Generally, calcifying will create a sort of gooiness and density that can block the antenna, our little antenna that we all have, of the pineal gland, but there's energetic work that we can do to break that up into a less dense or viscous material. We can work with such things as breath work, meditation, healing herbs, forest bathing, waterfalls, my personal favorite, large bodies of water, grounding with the earth, and things that connect you to nature and a deep sense of yourself. Cleansing and detoxification. This is a very important way to clear the pineal. Hint, that's what my book is about. With lots of greens, pure, fresh, living spring water, and boosting our oxygen levels. So basically, if you practice yoga, you're doing this. Some foods help nourish the pineal gland. So what can you think of? What are some foods that nourish the pineal gland? Well, we want to make sure they're organic because we don't want those pesticides. Wild greens, chlorella, spirulina, wheatgrass, medicinal mushrooms, of course, reishi, chaga, natural iodine, as in seaweed and kelp. So those are calcium-rich foods. Turmeric, oregano oil, ACV, apple cider vinegar, raw cacao. So forget about those sweet chocolate bars. Beets, and that's just to name a few. So you can imagine it's the things that fuel you, that give you energy. Once you make up your mind, it can all shift. So really going in fully with all of your decisions to make a new, higher, or more connected to nature plane of existence. The amplification of that strong, determined decision dramatically shifts our energetic fields. And this is when the true healing and the real clarity can happen for us. Reflection and meditation to stimulate and make connection to the pineal gland is really what it's all about. So for me, that has been what has really truly worked. Of course, the diet, the removal of things like fluoride from the diet, you know, all of these things help. But what's most important, what is truly important, is your connection to yourself. So think about your cerebral spinal fluid as it goes through the spine, through our movement, positive, healthy movement that helps to strengthen our spine, to increase the flow of energy through the body. Think logically about these things and what they can do. That pineal gland is like, imagine, have you seen those water fountains that have a little ball on top and the water is going around the ball, or the ball might be moving a little bit? So think about your pineal gland like that. So it's right at the top of the brainstem, just above the brainstem. So if you imagine as the cerebral spinal fluid is coming up the spine, it's washing, it's almost purifying and cleansing the pineal gland as it moves through the body. So if you are sedentary, or if there is not a whole lot of flow through the spinal cord for various reasons, and it's not, if you are, say for example, you are quadriplegic, right? And you're not able to move, you're still able to do this through the power of your mind. So through that strong connection. Movement assists this. So if you're doing everything, you're well ahead. But If you just sit in meditation, you will see dramatic results. If you just work with your breath, breath and meditation are the key. And then add the diet, add the movement, add the yoga postures, and you will soar. So here we are, we're going to come into our body. We're going to take a moment and feel that area of our brain. And begin with closing your eyes, tuning into yourself. Follow your breath. Feel your feet. Notice sensations. Notice all that is happening for you in this moment. The room, the sounds, the breath, the body, the mind, the thoughts. Let's take a nice deep breath right down into the deepest part of your belly, right down into the lower abdominal area. Consciously suspend the thinking mind and come into the feeling body. Notice what you feel. Letting go of all your earthly concerns. Let it go. Feel your body, feel your sensations, awareness of the lower belly. Now breathing in, exhale and calm the mind. And repeat to yourself, I am letting go of thought. I am letting go of thought. Notice the weight of your body. Notice the density of your body. Draw your attention to the crown of your head and lengthen upward. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen up. Gently lift the heart, rise through the breath. Take a moment to scan your body from your tailbone. Even if you can't get a strong sense for that area, send your attention there and just wait. Slowly, with your attention, pass your awareness up the lower back area, up the lower spine, through the middle spine, become aware of the bones, the muscles. To the upper, through the area of the neck, right up to the upper neck, and toward the center of your brain. The center of your brain, where those two optic nerves meet, the center of the head. Get a sense for that area. Just noticing whatever arises for you, coming out of judgment and into feeling sense. Just noticing what's there for you. Keep the breath. Beautiful. Now take a moment to observe the entire spine as a whole, from the tailbone all the way up. And then once again, rest on the pineal gland area. Holding attention there. Beginning to slowly deepen the breath through the nose. Deepening the breath. Deeply aware as you inhale and as you exhale, what you're feeling, what you're sensing. Noticing the flow of prana, the energetic flow moving through you. Continuing the deepening of the breath. And drawing your attention down to the Mula Bandha, which is the muscle that stops the flow of urine when you are on the toilet or in the forest. So, as you draw up that energy, notice what happens as you continue to breathe. So we're going to squeeze that area upwards. It's kind of like you're drawing that energy up, lifting it up. Continue to deepen the breath. So we're going to practice drawing up, squeezing that area of the sex organs up, holding for a moment and then releasing. Continuing the deepening of the breath. On the inhale, draw up, hold and squeeze. And then exhale to release, soften and let go. Continuing for 3 more cycles just like that. With each inhale, squeeze and hold the sex organs up. And release. Beautiful. Now coming back to your natural breath and just noticing the energy and the sensations in that area of the body, in the root area. Lengthen upward through the crown of the head. Now simultaneously aware of the root energy center and the pineal or third eye energy center simultaneously. Beautiful. Come back to your natural breath, just aware of whatever is arising for you. Good. Okay, so now we are going to dive into a breathwork exercise that will oxygenate, that will help to bathe our spine in beautiful fluid that will help to awaken our pineal. Cerebral spinal fluid through the spine with the use of our mula bandha. So we're going to use that drawing up of that energy of like a Kegel. For those of you who know Kegels, it's like a Kegel. You're stopping the flow of urine, draw up. So we're going to use that energy to draw up the cerebral spinal fluid through the spine and into the pineal. Let's see what we can do. So just closing your eyes, we're going to work with the Sufi breath. Now this will work, I should mention, with the Sufi breath. It will work with Bastrika, which is another great breathing exercise. It would work with Kapalabhati. So anything where we're really drawing in a lot of oxygenation into the body, it will work. So we'll do a few rounds of Sufi breath, 2 breaths in through the nose, followed by an exhale through the mouth at your own pace. I want to emphasize that because if you start to feel dizzy or lightheaded, just come back to your natural breath, no big deal. Starting with an exhale, empty the lungs. And inhale, inhale, exhale. Remember, you can always increase your pace or slow it down. On your next inhale, hold, hold. Now squeeze, draw up the fluid all the way up the spine, all the way to the center of the brain, right to the pineal. Hold, squeeze and hold. Awareness, strong awareness in the pineal. Stay there, out of the thinking mind, into the feeling body. Stay connected. Relax your body. Relax everything. Stay connected to the pineal. Notice what you see, what you feel, what you sense. Just aware. Let's do one more round. What do you say? Let's do it. Starting with an exhale, empty the lungs. And last one. Inhale, hold. Squeeze and hold. Draw it up through the spine. All the way up through the spine. Squeeze and hold all the way up to the pineal. Aware, notice what you see, notice what you feel. Keep holding. Squeeze and hold. Now relax your body and stay attentive. Relax. Let go of the thinking mind. Stay attentive to the center of your brain. Notice what you see, what you feel, what you sense, and all that is arising for you. Feel your foundation and lengthen more through the crown of the head. Tune into the heart beating. Deeply aware of the heart beating. Residing in the heart. Taking a moment to think of something you are grateful for right now. Placing your palms together at heart center. Let's take a moment here to share these wonderful vibrations with someone special in your life. Remember that you have access to this feeling, this sensation, this connection to yourself. This ability to strengthen, deepen, and feel deeply your connection to yourself, your intuition, your innate abilities, anytime. Keep sharing your light. Keep sharing your love. So much love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence. I look forward to sharing more with you soon. So much love. Namaste. Enjoy the rest, and don't forget to let me know how you feel after this practice. Send me a message. Until we meet again. Love and light.